Fans are singing along with Bryson Stott's walk-up music.
Everybody's standing here at Citizens Bank Park. Sanchez to the belt.
Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Christopher Sanchez, for the first time in the big leagues, has thrown a complete game shutout.
Harper looks at Arcia again as he goes around the second base.
And it's turned into the Bryce Harper game.
The game's tied. Castellanos in the third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies leading. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions of 2024.
Alrighty, Chasers, welcome back to a brand new edition of the Quit Chasing podcast. We're a little snarky, a little irreverent, and always unqualified. We're here to bring you some Phillies content, some entertainment content, some life content, whatever we feel like, really. But most importantly, we're here to watch 162 when you aren't able to. Unless, of course, every friggin' game starts before 7 p.m. But we'll get to that later. For now, I'm Alice Kruger. That's Danny Garib. Danny, does Aaron Judge use a torpedo bat?
Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I will never know if he uses a torpedo bat or not. I haven't heard 1.5 million times from everyone and their mother that he doesn't use the torpedo bat, but we'll never know. How you doing tonight, Alan?
And I guess we'll never know. I'm doing fantastic. I have no qualms, no complaints. I do not have a personal vendetta against the torpedo bat industry. So,
did you know that Aaron Judge isn't even using it?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But they've scored like 14,000.
But Judge isn't even using the torpedo bat.
Well, then I don't really know where to go with it, to be honest. I'm just gonna let that hang
I don't think the argument on the internet or talk radio or anywhere else knows where to go with it either, other than, did you know that Judge isn't using it? Like, yeah, dude, because everyone and their mom told me. Every vegan has told me they were vegan. It's the same thing. Judge doesn't use the torpedo bat. You know I know you're a vegan? You told me you were a vegan. It's the same freaking thing. What's going on here?
All right, so to me, you can tell the casual baseball fan from the more dialed in baseball fan, because the casual fan is going to wonder and postulate why everyone doesn't just use the torpedo bat or what have you. Whereas the real fan, it all depends on where you square up on the ball as a hitter. So if you as a hitter square up in the middle of the barrel, it makes sense for you to use a torpedo bat. If you don't, if you square up at the head, use a regular bat. It's obvious. I don't know. I love innovation. I'm here for it. Whatever. Who cares? Who who uses one and who doesn't?
Right. I hear you.
But does Aaron Judge?
He does not.
Okay.
Right?
All right. I wasn't 100% sure.
If we want to put this argument to bed, he does not.
I love it. Folks, we are here in central Pennsylvania as well as eastern Pennsylvania, where we are going through our third spring and fourth winter this week.
That's right.
Really, really getting close to that final spring. You can feel it. You can feel it in your bones. You don't need a jacket by midday, and that's good. That's good. Quickly, before we get into my favorite section of all time, programming note, next week, Danny is MIA, paper planes and whatnot. So we are going to bring a special episode to you with a special guest. You've heard us talk about this person a while, but I'm going to wait on the reveal until next week. It's going to be a newbie to the show, but I think you'll enjoy the guest. Danny, I feel like you're inching in to talk.
Yeah. So, right. Paper planes.
MIA?
Yeah, okay. So it's a great song. It's catchy as hell, right?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I mean, it comes in with the hook. You know, that is a hooky hook.
When you hear Paper Planes, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Unsingable.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. I was gonna say Pineapple Express, but okay.
Oh, my whole issue with that tune is it's catchy, it's hooky. You want to sing it. You get to the chorus, sing it.
No, I've seen subtitled videos of the song for years. I don't know a single word to that song. I fly paper, get high like rain.
Planes
on my
mane. Sure.
I don't know the words. But here's the thing, Danny. I have written plenty of songs myself. I don't know the words to any of them either. I am not a lyric memorizer, and it infuriates everyone in my life.
It's the chorus is all sound effects.
I mean, that's true.
So you get
great sound effects.
Right, they are great sound effects. Now, here's the thing: there's people that do a karaoke. Do a karaoke. You get to the chorus, and you're just standing there. Well, ching, but it's a hell of a tune, though.
It is a hell of a tune. It is a hell of a tune. I love it. I'm here for it. How about we get into the week that was?
Do it.
Oh my God, I'm so excited, guys. Game 1 of the season. Philadelphia 7, Washington 3.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. Final in 10. We covered this game. Washington's starting pitcher and Shadows combined to throw a one-hitter, and their bullpen had a combined 16.63 ERA.
Well, they're not really Shadows.
Yeah, and the video scoreboard didn't have anything to do with Nikki. All right, so Philadelphia 11, Washington 6 in the second game of the season. This Cubert Ruiz character might be a problem if he ever plays for a contender. For the second day in a row, he produces a blemish for our starter as he smacks a 2-run shot that threatens to derail the debut of Jesus, which was a little under a month before the other Jesus makes his spring debut. But the power hitting trio of Kyle Schwarber, Brandon Marsh, and Bryson Stott proved to be too much as we got the job done. What are the odds we could start the season off by sweeping an opponent? Well, Philadelphia 1, Washington 5. Not likely, it appears. Tell me if you've heard this story or seen this flick before. Aaron Nola's brilliant-looking outing is completely outdone by the home run ball, especially from Josh Bell. The poor man's Kyle Schwarber continues to haunt the Phillies no matter what team he is on. This was a classic Sunday afternoon effort let's get home game from our boys. Danny, anything before Colorado comes to the bank?
I don't know. Is there? No.
All right. Next up, Colorado 1, Philadelphia 6. Perhaps a quick prediction. This is going to be the year our offense wastes. Chris Sanchez starts, especially once Sanchez moves into the 2-hole in the rotation. Dude has all the markings of a guy that has a sub-3 ERA and sub-3 run support on average for his games. The moment he allowed a homer, Sanchez was lifted. The moment Sanchez was lifted, the Phils scored 4 runs. Edmundo Sosa is a lot like Pete Davidson. Don't ask him to lead the cast, but man, will he blow you away as a role play there. Danny, you had things to add here.
Yeah, it was at this point of the season in this game that I have dubbed them the Philadelphia Bully Beaters. There's 2 runs off of starting pitching so far in the season. The rest of the 24, 25, or 22, 23 runs, whatever it is, came off of bullies by that point. So
almost comical at this point,
man. Yeah, whatever.
Including today, they have scored 0 runs in the first 3 innings of these games. So, yeah, interesting. Last night, all right, holy shit, an evening game. Colorado 1, Philadelphia 5. I was chasing that NyQuil dragon as I was dealing with a sickness. So Danny is going to take over this recap.
Yeah, Alex, it was not a fever dream. It was Mickey D's opening night. T-shirts were handed out. Some were worn. Others were used for rallying. Wheels up as Wheeler deals 7 strikeouts in 10 innings. Turner rejoined the group at leadoff and Ribbies went in. Kyle Schwarber had a run-scoring double. Our 10th man had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Alex, stop me if you heard this before. Loaded bases, less than 2 outs. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Alex, stop me if you haven't heard this before. Phils get their first stingerless win of the season.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they scored 5 runs without a single homer.
That's correct.
All right, small ball. I'll tell you what, one thing that I have been very impressed with watching this team so far is it has been a decent smattering of both long ball and small ball produced wins. Honestly, that's a perfect segue to today's game. And for the record, I was waking up intermittently throughout that bases loaded, no out situation. And I was pretty sure that the Phils got nothing out of that. And when I found out that it was Harper, Turner, and Schwarber that did that, I was even more bewildered, I guess, just bewildered. But whatever, we got the win, so I guess that's good. Colorado 1, Philadelphia 3. Thursday baseball at 1 p.m., the day before a bullshit primetime game against the Dodgers. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. I don't know. We had so many base runners and only 3 runs, but Taiwan did his job, pitched economical and efficiently, and gained speed on his fastball as the game went on. We always hope for the best for Taiwan. Honestly, we have been on record saying that we hope for the best for Taiwan. And while I don't think it's sustainable, I will absolutely celebrate him today. Also, Kyle slaughtered a Campos with a 444-foot monster mash of a home run.
He murdered the Campos, yeah. Hey, do you remember that time Taiwan hit a guy?
Today?
Yeah, Peppered Farm remembers.
I love, dude. Honestly, I'm so happy to see Taiwan shove. And how are you unfamiliar with the verb shove in a baseball sense?
No, I am. I just like when you said it, I just had to give you a shove question mark back in the text. Like you just said, Taiwan is shoving. Now here's the thing: he pitched perfectly effectively. The velo on that sinker was up at 94. I thought that sinker looked real good today.
I'll tell you what, dude, he had some stuff. And again, I don't think it's sustainable, but I'm here for it while it's here. Like, if he can do what he's got to do until Painter gets here, like he is your fifth starter. That was a damn good performance from our fifth starter. And he saved the bullpen. Now, here's what I have a worrisome about. Maybe Alvarado isn't ready to go back to back yet.
Sure. That could be the case. Or it could be the case that when Alvarado is wild, he's wild. Like this is nothing new.
But is it a higher likelihood of him to be wild if he pitched the night before? Knowing probably a fireballer like that, probably like a little arm fatigue, little loss of control.
If that's what you want to do, going back to back on a cold day in April, in less than 12 hours, I'll give it to you. But I mean, I think we're severely underestimating the fact that when he's wild, he's wild. This has been this thing. This has been the thing with him.
Actually, you're onto something with the and less than 12 hours. I did forget about that, but you're right. It was like it was a night game followed by a 1 p.m. game for Alvarado. So, all right, man. I was a little disheartened by his performance today, but when you think of the circumstances, it does kind of make sense. And again, we got to have it with a win. Now, next week we start off with the Dodgers and an actual test. I don't know. I'm going to be at Dave & Buster's with the kids and friends of ours, and I'll probably have the game on Apple Plus on my phone. Danny, you will be listening to the game courtesy of Fransky. So we'll both be listening to the Fransky version. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's an Apple game. That's what I missed. That's what I just glazed over you saying.
That's correct. What are your thoughts on the Dodgers? So like we should be afraid of them, right? But our recent history versus this team hasn't exactly warranted us to be that worried. Is he pitching? Is Ohtani pitching now?
Dude, I am still getting caught up. I don't know. That's a great question. He was supposed to. If he's where he is, I don't know. Yeah, that's bad on me for not giving any interest into the West Coast teams at the moment. But
why would we, man? That's 10 p.m. starts. But like Glasgow's going to be a problem. Like they're pretty healthy right now in the season, I imagine. So I don't know that they're also undefeated. So that's kind of a decent amount of pressure on our boys to be the first ones to defeat the defending champs. So let's find out.
Now at this point in the season, I'm trying to get a lock in on this Phillies team, find our theme.
Okay.
For the show this season.
And what do you think that is?
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because I don't want to preach flawed lineup for 34 episodes like last season's theme.
I don't think any of our people are surprised that that's your stance, and you're correct.
Well, I don't want to.
I just want to focus on realistic positives. Like we're always going to hold them accountable, but there's always some positivity to be found. Right now it's Edmundo Sosa. Edmundo Sosa is our leaping giraffe surrounded by pixie dust and unicorn smiles. Like everything he does, every time I see him on the screen, I'm just happy. I smile when I see Edmundo Sosa. I'm in love. No, but like, and honestly, Kepler is a dude that I do not mind watching play baseball. Like he's a fun addition to the team. I'm excited to see what kind of personality he has. His song choice is fascinating. I've been enjoying it. So
I haven't paid attention to it yet.
You got to pay attention to the songs. They're always good.
I do. Good. What's he coming out to?
I should have known that you were going to ask me that.
Yeah,
I don't have it up.
Bryce coming out to?
Bryce Harper?
Yes.
Damn it, Danny. I was going to save this for a bit at a later time, but I've got...
No, we're still going to do that bit. Someone's coming out of some Motown jam, and I want to know who and what.
All right, so a Motown... I mean, Cassie's coming out to MJ.
Yeah, I know that, but that's not the one.
Max Kepler's coming out to something by.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
Thank you.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
But I was ready, just so you know.
Yeah, well, you were kind of ready as I saw the screen flashing while you were looking it up. Right. So I was ready too. In that aspect.
Salty, sir. You know what else is salty and a little bit sweet? Ice cream. No,
not yet. I want to talk Sosa. He's going to be on our cover, I think. Right?
Oh, he's got to be on the cover. No,
so let's talk Sosa for a second.
The 10th man has to be on the cover.
So this is the interesting conundrum with him, right? Not an everyday guy. We saw that last year. That was
correct.
His report getting traded out of St. Louis. He's not an everyday guy, but he delivers, and he delivered when Turner was out last season. He's delivering now. So where is the sweet spot with this guy between not an everyday guy and not benching him today while he's got the hot bat? How does Topper bench the hot bat? How does that happen?
Okay, let me ask you.
There's got to be somewhere in the middle between benching the hot bat and every day.
Let me ask you a dumb defensive positioning question, okay?
Sure.
We know he said during the offseason that he would be willing to play in the outfield if the team would let him. Yeah. Is there any chance in hell that they would ever consider, just as an option for spelling, I'm trying to get my lighting right here, have Harper play, like, I don't know, in the outfield, move Kepler to center, and then have Sosa play third with Bohm at first? Like, how creative can we get with this stuff? Like, do we have Sosa in the DH and have Kyle in the outfield somewhere and blah, blah, blah? I don't know. I'm intrigued to see kind of what's possible here. How many ways can you factor in Edmundo Sosa into the lineup? Like, you got to imagine Stott late in game if it's a lefty. You keep Sosa exactly for that.
Right.
And
sure,
the thing about Sosa is I believe him off the bench. Like, since Greg Dobbs, we've been waiting for this guy, this super utility. And like, when he comes up in that spot, I have more hope than not.
We said it. I forget what game it is, what World Series game it was in Houston. We said it last season. If that park wasn't shaped as stupid as it was, that guy would be in the Free Drinks for Life Club in Philadelphia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I'm with you there. I don't know what it is. They've got to find a sweet spot between every day and benching the hot bat, because that's ridiculous.
Agreed.
And okay.
I'm so irritated by my lighting right now. It's really bothering me.
What would you like me to do about it?
You can't do anything about it. You can't. Anything else on the Sosa subject?
No, that's it, right?
No, that's it, right?
I'm a 10th man.
I'm Clancy Wiggum. No, that's about it. That's about it.
Do you know in cartoons how they snore?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was a kid. I thought people snored like that.
For sure.
And my mother would come to check on me and see if I was asleep. And I remember like hearing her walk down the hall, and I would start going like,
yep.
So like, this poor woman. I think about it now that I'm adult, just looking into the room, being like, what is he doing?
Oh, dude, no, trust me. There are so many things that you do as a parent that are just as silly. However, having said that, I have done the for my children as they've grown up. Like when they're two's a great age for the fake snore like that. It is a fantastic age to get away with that one.
Did you get it over? Did you get it over on them?
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, yours was way more of a success story than mine.
Well, that's because I was preying on 2-year-olds, not like 30-year-olds. So I have a much easier audience to fool for the most part. Danny.
2/3 of this country, my man.
A freaking man. Danny, on that note, shall we go into our fun and game of the day?
Yeah, let's do it. Are you going to pull them up, or we're just going to look at them independently?
So we're going to look at them independently, and then when I edit the video, I have a strip that I'm going to put us on top of that picture. Like I cropped it, so it's just the helmets, and I'll put them underneath us.
Into it. Love it.
So, folks, we would like to talk to you. We've talked about the Aramark concessions. We've talked about the giveaways at the game. Now, the third thing that Danny and I are extremely passionate about, baseball Sunday helmets. Danny has a masterful collection over his right shoulder that's staged left to you at home. I have a couple in my kitchen, and it is a noble thing to come for. So, without further ado, as you'll see below us here, yeah, like how I did that, so I knew when to add it in. You will see this year's selection and collection of Sunday helmets. Danny and I wanted to look these over and pick our top 3 for you. So, Danny, what do we do? Do we each go through our list, or do we each go like 3, then 3, then 2, then 2, then 1, then 1? I think we go 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
I think we go 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1 as well.
Okay. I'm guessing we're gonna have the same top 3, just in a different order. Okay. But maybe not, because you do have an extra love for the Fanatic. So I could see the Fanatic making 2 of the 3 spots in yours. I can't wait. Okay. I can't wait. All right. I don't have a coin. Do you want to just go first?
Sure, I'll just go first. So
go
my
first.
third is a Fanatic helmet. It is the beige Fanatic helmet with the blue brim.
Absolutely, yes. I called it the tan Fanatic, but it is also my number 3 hat on the list. Fantastic.
Right. Beige tan. We'll let the listeners decide.
Whatever. Okay.
Mine. Look, you can reveal your 2.
My number 2. All right. Yes. That's fair.
Yeah. Let's do it that way.
All right. So my number 2 is the North Carolina blue with the white P on it. That is not a practical helmet under any circumstances, but I am a sucker for a good sky or baby blue, and that is calling my name. So the light baby blue Philly P helmet, you see that guy right here? That is my number 2.
Do we know what that is? Is that anything? Is it just a color scheme for the Ice Cream Sundays? Was it a spring training batting practice?
Buddy, I couldn't tell you. I have absolutely no earthly clue. Maybe it's the Father's Day hat this year, for all we know.
It probably is a Father's Day hat. They always do that.
Right. Okay.
All
right, man.
That did not make my list at all. Number 2.
I didn't think it would.
Number 2 is Friday Night Thunder Guns.
Love that. Absolutely love that. So, if you are not able to secure a Thunder Gun helmet, how disappointed will you be?
I'm very disappointed. Thunder Gun, as much though it's number 2 in the list, it is going to be the first one I go for.
Correct. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I love that. So it should be no surprise that is my number 1 helmet, is the Friday Night Thunder Guns, because as everyone knows, I adore the City Connect aesthetic. So Danny, that leaves us with one more helmet. Which one is your number 1?
I don't know what year it is, and I should have done some digging, but it's
1920s.
Old school.
It's got to be like a 1920s era hat. Like that's the Black Sox.
The white and black Phila. Right, absolutely. Like I'm assuming that's your 1. Oh no, Thunder Guns was your 1, so that's your 2.
That is my 6.
Your 6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did too. You did.
Or no, that is my second to last one. My last one is the red. And then my second to last is the Phila.
Really?
Third to last is the blue Fanatic.
Interesting.
The Phila, it's a little too plain, and I feel like that's a segregation hat.
Oh, it might be.
So like, I'm not going to support it unless everyone can play.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should do some research on that one. Wonderful point.
I don't know, but given that I think it's a 1920s hat, I don't know when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, but I'm pretty sure he was in one of the world wars, even though the current government is trying to scrub that from history.
Oh, Jackie Robinson, that's one of them DEIs.
I mean, it was a great DEI.
Yeah, well, that was the joke.
It kind of, yeah. No, okay, all right. I understand now. I'm growing up. Danny. I don't know how many people we just offended, but we did it.
We offend them on that. We offend them on that. Leave.
So, all right, man. Do you want to do a little big deal, little deal, no deal?
All right.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, folks. Live planning. Danny and I
You
weren't
got
quite
it
sure
in.
which one of our bits.
Congratulations,
Thank
Alex.
you.
You got it
Thank
in.
you. Thank you. We weren't quite sure which one of our bits we were going to do tonight. I had an idea. Danny had a different one. I mean, this is a great one. So this is a new bit that we're going to try out. It's called Big Deal, Little Deal, No Deal. Miss Sandra Kenny Grimm from St. Catherine Labouré, teacher of my child, taught her the big deal, little deal concept. And it is the greatest idea in the universe, because how often in life, when we find ourselves up against a problem, can we ask ourselves, all right, man, like, is this a big deal or is this a little deal that we are just acting like it's a big deal? So I got 3. All right. Number 1 on the list, Danny, torpedo bats, big deal, little deal, no deal.
No deal.
No deal. I couldn't agree more. Taiwan's results after today's start, big deal, little deal, no deal.
It's a little deal.
It's a little deal that could become a big deal if he does it 2 more times.
That's exactly right, because you got to figure this just bought him.
Just bought him 6 more starts.
Yep.
Easily. It's Taiwanimous, man. Like,
there it is. There you go, Jack. That one was for you, buddy.
That was for you. He is now solidified until Painter is ready to come up. 100%. All right. Benching Sosa for today's game. Big deal, little deal, no deal.
Big deal. Big deal. Huge
Okay.
deal. Gigantic deal.
Do you disagree with it?
Yeah, so the way I'm framing it as a big deal, huge deal, gigantic deal, is again going back to the looking through the steam of what's going to murder us in October. And it's the choices Topper makes, sticking with a reliever too long, then it ain't got it. Sitting or not bringing a reliever out who's dealing, benching the hot bat. I get it. It's game 5, 6, whatever, but this is what he does.
It is, but Sosa's not an everyday player, so you are at times just going to have to give him a breather.
Correct. He's not an everyday player. So the worst team in the league, you're benching your hottest bat on the bench at the moment.
All right, fair enough.
He's not an everyday player. Bench him when the streak's done.
I mean, you know what? That's a solid little point. Like, let him offer and then give him a spell. Or do you run the risk of he now knows every time he goes over, he's like going to get a spell? But no, I don't think that's true. I don't think. But I think Topper's shown a little bit more urgency this year. I think
he just benched the hottest bat.
I think it's a long baseball season. Edmundo Sosa isn't in it for the long haul. You also have to get reps into your starters.
Okay, sure.
You do have to get reps in for your starters, and it was a righty starting. So I mean, you play your guys.
Know. I just it's a symptom. It's a symptom.
Okay, all right, and I think it's one of those. Time will tell. Time will tell. Do you want to go on a break, cool off a little bit?
Am I hot?
I think so. But you're going to come back and I don't know, media stables and then amped up, so you won't be hot.
Yeah, we're going to a break, and if you're a racist, don't come back.
Howdy, Chase Nation. Alex Kruger here with pre-recorded words while Danny and I hit the bathroom or grab something from the kitchen. Do you ever find yourself walking down the street or in the middle of your grocery shopping and had the thought, dang, I wish I had some Quit Chasing merchandise? Well, we know you have, which is why we're excited to announce our merchandise shop is constantly being upgraded and updated. Just click the link in this episode description. While you surf the interwebs, make sure to check us out on all levels of social media: Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, and yes, even YouTube. Make sure you check out our QC After Dark episodes to catch up on all of the things we do. And if you have a take, have a topic, or want to put your hat in the ring to contribute to Quit Chasing, hit us up on email at quitchasingpodcast@gmail.com. And just like that, let's get out of this break.
And we're back. Danny, I love the ad break that you have made. It is so much me. I cannot. So just
it's you on you crime.
It's me on me, man. It's like that episode of Glee where Rachel Berry was having a duet with herself. Just absolute perfection. Folks, that's going to bring us into our media stables this week. As the games have been back, folks, so have commercials. That's right. In a world in which I pay a premium to not have to deal with a whole lot of commercials, when it comes to NBC Sports Philadelphia, I do not pay that premium. Therefore, I am subjected to plenty of commercials. And I have a few thoughts about local television ads and programming. And here are my thoughts. Are there drama teachers out there that would like to dedicate and volunteer their time to helping business people that are in commercials act a little bit when they have to? I have been watching these Lundy Law commercials where the dad, like, okay, he's selling it. He is trying hard. Looks a little intense for my take, but he's going for it. The son just reading off the teleprompter. I don't believe that he has ever watched a sport other than maybe crew. So I am just, yeah, he's a regatta guy. So I don't know like why they gave him eye black. It doesn't work for me. And I think back to those like Hoffman Ford commercials, like just call me Hard Hat Ryan, and like the exploitation of those children. And I didn't know them growing up. Like I know local, they were, I think, CD kids or something, but like, man, did they just get teased? Because I probably would like, oh, what's up, Hard Hat Ryan? Like but like he probably drove an awesome car to school, so
he probably did. I know someone who knew him, and this is when we were younger, and he just said it all the time. Like that was like he was so socially awkward that is how he just said that.
You know what? That makes me love him a little bit then. As long as he's socially awkward and like he just kind of like fell on that, then good for you, dude. He probably owns the dealership by now or he's on here. So but no, here's the thing. I think local ads, like I love a good testimonial ad. I also love a good B-roll ad where you're just talking about that. Like there's a flooring company that advertises and it's just B-roll of people looking at floors. And that's very, very pleasant, very nice. But the fake acting, the corny acting, the corny acting, especially, I think we can all just knock that crap off. Nope. 90s are done, guys. Like, everyone in theory should have an IQ higher than the corny crap that you're putting out there. And I don't remember it. I'm not going to remember
someone order a pizza.
That sounded a bit more provocative than I had anticipated. But like, honestly, if your commercial annoys me, I'm much more likely to I'm not going to support you. So just know that. The other side of commercials that has been irritating me, and I guess this is like a half amped up media stable apparently, but podcast commercials. Okay. Podcasters of the world. Can you do me a favor? Can you set up your ad breaks? If I am listening to the Midnight Boys or even High Hopes one more time, and they are in the middle of a thought, and all of a sudden I am snapped into a 3-ad ad break, and then I have completely forgotten what that thought was, and there's no connective tissue. Did you notice how we set up the ad break and then came out of it? It's just the tiniest bit of professionalism. For the love of God, I don't know how monetizing these things works because I'm not in this for that. So, but like enough shows do plan their ad breaks.
Well, we could be,
but like, I know enough shows that like they plan around it. So can we all just be just a hair more professional and set up our ad breaks? Thank you. This was an amped up media stable apparently, but commercial. Yeah,
let's do it.
If I'm gonna have to listen to and watch a commercial, at least make it pleasant for me. At least give me. I'm not asking you to be Scorsese. Right. I'm not, but maybe Paul Feige. You know.
Yeah, keep it coming. And what else?
Nope, that's all, man. That's
what else? Let's go.
What do you got?
One more thing. I do a lot of. I use a white noise machine. Sometimes I like to listen to a droning talk to fall asleep. And like,
sure. Ruben Amaro Jr.
Yeah, man. You're listening to two men talk numbers like baseball.
I'll tell you what.
That's how you go to sleep. Yeah, and then all of a sudden. The sound effects with the music background and the screaming female voice comes and you're just shot awake at 1:30 in the morning. Like
for sure. Yeah.
Podcast ads are brutal.
They really are.
You can go to the Quit Chasing pages, check out our Fourth Wall site with all your quit chasing needs. Shirts, hats, picky hats, everything. Mugs,
merchandise.
Yeah, but ad breaks and podcasts, come on, buy it. Buy our stuff.
Do it. But you see, we set it up. Okay.
Yeah, that's sure.
What's your media stable, brother?
It was going to be the Battle of the Bay,
Okay.
which
Oh yeah. You sent me that picture now.
which I thought was a fun little thing since the
Explain what the Battle of the
A's,
Bay is, because
I'm
I
getting
kind
there.
of forget. All right, cool.
Since the Oakland A's have been absconded or jilted, what happened? What would you say? They were
They
absconded.
were hoodwinked. No, they were absconded.
No,
They were
the
absconded.
city was hoodwinked.
The city was hoodwinked. The team was stolen. It was stolen.
It was
Honestly.
absconded.
Yeah. All right. Thievery.
Yeah.
Law
So
politics.
they are in Sacramento. So the Battle of the Bay was typically the Oakland A's against the San Francisco Giants. Big to do out in the Bay Area. Fierce rivalry, for being in two different leagues, but hometown pride, right? Everyone's got it.
Absolutely.
So there is a Frontier League, I believe it is a Frontier League team, the Oakland Ballers, and they use the A script, but it's a B. And they were playing an exhibition game against the San Jose Giants. That was the single A affiliate of your San Francisco Giants. The Oakland Ballers are, they are unaffiliated. They are in a partnership league with MLB. So like the MLB Draft League, the Frontier League, the Can-Am League, if that's still around, was one of them. The Atlantic League is now an MLB partnership.
Super duper looper league. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Can-Am League is still around. I don't know.
Is that the Canadian American League?
That's the one. But so they have taken it on, and it was, one of the few interleague exhibition games that go on. It's hard to find information on it because it's a low A team and a MLB draft like partner league. So
sure.
But someone is trying to give baseball to the area. That being said, with a seating capacity of 14,000, the Oakland A's of Sacramento fame now, I suppose, is the hottest ticket in town. Maybe not the hottest ticket, but the most expensive ticket, with lawn seats averaging $90. So if you want to see an A's game to sit on the lawn, it's going to cost you $90. Average ticket costs just like a seat is $350.
That is asinine. That is absolutely insane. But what I want to know are what are the attendance numbers? Like, I'm intrigued to see what kind of dough are they going to pull in with that kind of shoddy crap. Oh god,
they did sell out their 14,000 seat capacity for opening day. I haven't checked since then, but like 14,000, come on,
that is pretty Mickey Mouse. And I mean, I guess you got to find a way to. I mean, sold out or gifted a bunch of tickets to people to make sure it's sold out. I wonder.
I'll tell you what,
all those
I don't
games,
really know. If I was a resident of Sacramento, I would definitely check pro baseball.
I mean, 100%. I don't know though. I guess so, but like for that kind of money, dude, that'd be tough.
So
that would be tough.
Not the COVID year, the year after that. Not the empty stadium year, but the following year. So what was that, 21?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. Whatever the following year was, there was still that travel restriction in Canada. So the Toronto Blue Jays were playing their home games at the Buffalo Bison Stadium in Buffalo, making the AAA Bisons homeless in a sense. The same year that the MLB reconfigured their minor league team, and the Trenton Thunder lost their affiliation with the Yankees. The Yankees screwed them last minute. I ranted about this before, but that left an opening. So the Bisons were playing their home games as the Trenton Thunder. So I went to see AAA baseball in a smaller park than AAA parks, and it was great. Me and my buddy Dave, we sat second or third row on the first baseline. We were, chin to back with. Yeah, we were chin to back with Gregorius at the time. Didi.
I will say, man, like nice thing about Senators games, you can easily get a spot right along the baseline for $22. Like it's not expensive at all. So all right, so the three home games.
We went to see AAA baseball in Trenton. So if I was a resident of Sacramento, no matter how dirty the A's or Fisher might have done Oakland, or I would probably check a game.
If I got it for free. All right. So the A's home attendance so far, 12,000, 10,000, 9,000.
Yeah, so give it by May and they're gonna be at 500.
That'll be fascinating. People, not record.
No, I knew what you meant.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, yeah, 500 people.
Right, not record. I was thinking record. Danny, this week for Amped Up, we were talking and we decided that this Amped Up is amped up enough for it to count for both of us. We've alluded to it. We have mentioned it throughout the episode, but finally, Amped Up scheduling, the days, the time of days, the frequency, all of it. All right. It started on a Thursday. We were off on Friday. We finished the series, home opener, another game off, then our first night game before a 1 p.m. Thursday game. Next, we have a primetime Apple Plus Dodgers bullshit game. What is going on with this schedule? There was one night game out of the first 6 games this season.
Yeah, and it took all of 12 days to get us to 6 games, too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a product of weather, right? I assume East Coast scheduling. I don't know.
I guess, and honestly, like last year, we'd already rained out at least one game at this point.
Right, exactly. If you're not getting your if you're not getting opening day in, you're getting it in the next day. If you're not getting your home opener in, you're getting it in the next day. Sure, great. Why is the Wednesday game scheduled at 3?
Why is the Thursday game scheduled at 1?
Yeah.
Like why are we going from 7 p.m. start to 1 o'clock start? Why are we ever doing that? And then going right back to a 7 p.m. start. Like, what the hell kind of rhythm can anyone be expected to get in, even as fans? I will say, even with the funky ass time, Phillies fans are showing up. Nicely done, guys. Showing up to the ballpark.
Yeah, that is good. 6:45, but who's splitting hairs?
Everyone, because 6:40 and 6:45 is a world of difference, they tell us. But hey, you can get into the stadium a little bit earlier this year, so that is kind of nice.
Can you?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I thought it was still 2 hours on the weekend and an hour?
No, I think they added an extra half an hour to both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Something like that. Listeners, correct us, please. Sure. All right, Danny. Wow, we're at 42 minutes. This one, you said in and out. We are doing in and out because we are already at our last spot. Folks, love it, hate it. We've talked about it. The media's talked about it. We just want to get our last licks in before it's officially over. But the end of the water bath celebration by the daycare. Danny, love it or hate it?
Torpedo bats, hate it. I like it. I don't love it. I like it.
Okay.
It was about time. It's time.
It needed to happen. It was time for I appreciate the whole subtle way that everyone has said, hey, the daycare shit's over. We're done with that. We're professionals. And there's a very, very work pale blue collar mentality to how they are approaching the game so far this year, I will say. So I am appreciating that they are, because the water bath shit got old when they were playing frustrating baseball and still winning and doing that shit. It's no, please just be consistent, knock it off. So I think now they did say that for walk-offs, they're still going to go nuts, and that's fair.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I want to see them have fun. I think our complaint, we said it, I don't know, one of the off-season ones or at the end of this season, our complaint was when Marsh is 0 for 16 against lefties and Stock can't get around a fastball, we don't need to see them sneaking up behind someone to get some camera time.
No, that's a fact. No, that's an absolute fact.
Go to the clubhouse, man.
Yep. Go check out the pitch tracks. Yeah, whatever. No, so I love the end of the water bath celebration. I was really done with it. I just want the interviews to happen and to get to the analysis. I like that this team is accepting that it's growing up. They're all old enough to grow up, and they've been through enough battles now that they are battle tested. They are a true ass team. Let's go. And I really appreciated seeing that they are coming out, putting their noses down and playing baseball. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. We got our first real ass test this week.
Yep.
I don't know who we have after the Dodgers. Do you?
Nope.
All right, cool, guys.
Oh yeah, the Giants.
No, El Gigantes. Sweet. Are the Dodgers coming to us, or are we going out there?
Oh, now I don't know.
Oh man. All right, guys. We are who we are. And if you were expecting something different, then you must not know us. But I am
But if
stalling.
Phillies at the top of Google, they tell you the time, and then I say, "Oh, I got to be home by this time."
Say that again.
You type in Phillies and do on your phone in the Google that comes up the Google,
Sure.
and it will tell you next game and the time, and then you tell your girlfriend, you look at her and say, "Oh, I have to be home at this time."
All right, fair enough. So it
That's how you
is.
do it.
It looks like after oh god, we go from the Dodgers to Atlanta, who is winless right now, which is
Yeah, they are.
which is really weird, and I don't love that. So Sunday's gonna be
I'll
good,
beat
man.
up, don't worry.
Glass now versus Sanchez.
So was
That'll
it
be
the
fun.
Dodgers, Braves, then Giants?
No, Dodgers, Braves,
What?
St. Louis.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right. Shows you what I know.
nothing. So
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
All right. So you are not going to get to see Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Jesus Luzardo tomorrow. Just so you know. I'll give them
Cool.
love. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And then it looks like Saturday's game is on FS1. So
FS2.
the old show. All right, folks. I think that's it.
That was a shout out to my loaf boys.
Well, I love the loaf fellas. So awesome, folks. That's gonna do it for us this week. We're back, man. Season. Let's do it.
Yeah,
It's
back.
162 of these things. We got our first week that was. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Stay tuned for more fun. Danny.
Absolutely. We have a whole different tone about us. We're new guys, Alex.
Are we?
Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, this was fun. We'll do better next week. I promise. And everybody knows an ant fights the oligarch.